Everybody, Matt here, and I want to talk to you today about getting to 200K a month in your medical practice. And today what I'm going to share with you is I'm going to share with you the next part of our system, which is the stairway to 200K a month. Now, look, if you are struggling to even do 50 grand or 60 grand a month, I want you to pay really close attention, because you can very quickly move from doing $50,000 to $60,000 a month to $100,000 to $150,000 a month, and then within a couple of months doing 200 grand simply by following this stairway that I'm going to share with you. This is the same stairway that we use in our 4 clinics, and I put this in place in other clinics that we are working with directly, and they are seeing dramatic increases in their revenue. So here's the key idea I want you to understand, is that if you are selling procedures, if you are just selling procedures, you are leaving lots of money on the table. And quite frankly, I want you to understand it's not your fault. Okay. You don't know, or you probably don't know of this system, and I'm going to show it to you here in just a minute. If you would like to get the full system, I'm going to dive into this in just a second, but if you want to get the full system, meaning all of this built in training video on how to utilize it and how to put it in place, all I want you to do is type the word stairway in the comment sections, in the comments below, in the sections below. And whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you are watching this, just type in the word stairway in the comment section, and I'll send you a link to access the full training. That's where I fill in the entire thing. I'm going to give you an overview on this video. I'm going to explain the concept to you, but if you would like to get the full process, again, just type in stairway or the full system. I will go ahead and send that to you. Okay, so here's the big idea. If you are not taking the time to sell procedures to your client base, meaning your patients or your prospects, you are leaving lots of money on the table. So building a system that pre-sells these people so that you have very little selling that you have to do, or your staff has to do, is the key to what I call the high profit, low stress medical practice. And it's obtainable only through this stairway system. Now, how can I make such a bold comment like that? Well, I'll tell you that in a second. So the reason why this is important to you, very simply, is that this system, when you follow it, and you follow it to a T, it will take you off the revenue roller coaster. It will take you off of the whole process of the ups and the downs and the emotional mood swings of whether or not you're having a good day, good week, bad month, good month, okay? Bills are paid on time, rent's paid on time, no more sweating payroll, all of this stuff. Okay, and it's real, like I said, because we did in our clinics. Now, let's go into this a little bit more, because I think well, I know once we figured this out in our practices and then perfected it, and now that I've been installing this into other practices, like Dr. Jenny's, whom we installed this in, she went from averaging $55,000 a month within 60 days. She had $149,000 that she did last month, in the month of October. So, all right, so let's talk about utilizing the system. I'm just going to put this up there. If you want the full stairway system, just type the word stairway in the comment sections below. Okay, so what is this? So let's take a look at this. So the stairway system is exactly that. It is a system, and what it's designed to do, what it's designed to do, I was going to try and draw in here, but basically what it's designed to do is it's designed to move your prospect up this stairway, okay? And as they go up each step, what they're doing is they're deepening their relationship with you, and they are trusting you more and more, that to the point that they reach the top here, a small percentage of this top 5 or 10% are generating well over 70% of your income, because you have a deep, deep relationship with them. Okay. And all of these steps are designed specifically to educate and move people along. And some people are going to stay at a particular level. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But over time, you're going to notice that these people are going to send up the model. And as they ascend up the model, the pricing goes up, and the intensity of the relationship that you have with them, professional relationship that you have them, and they have with you, increases as well. Okay, so let's go through this a little bit. Okay, so the basis of this, and if you watched my roadmap video, if you watched my roadmap video, you'll see that I talked these two work together. So if you have that, you definitely want to type in the word system in the comment, or I'm sorry, stairway in the comments below. And we'll send this to you because these two tie together. When you work our map and the stairway together, it's literally foolproof for you to be able to get to 200K a month, okay? So the beachhead, this is right here. Everything starts with this, is that you have to have a really clear message, a really clear market, and a really clear offer. So let me give you an example of this. I harp on this a lot, but I want you to really get this and I want you to really understand this. Most practices, 95% of the practices that I talk to do not have a clear path. They do not have a clear stairway for the patient to move up. It's not only not clear to the patient, it's not clear to you or the staff, okay? So let me say that again. 95% of the practices that I work with do not have a clear stairway or a clear ascension model in place. And it's not only not clear to the patient, it's not crystal clear to your staff. And so what happens is you wind up with this ping-ponging thing that goes on, and it becomes flavor of the day. And that is a horrible, stressful way to run a business, to run your medical practice. Each day you're trying to figure out what's the next hook, what's the next thing that I'm going to sell. This eliminates all of that. Okay, so what we do is we create this beachhead, and a beachhead is a very simple offer that people come in for, okay? Let me give you a great example of this. It's the Botox. It's the buy one, get one on Botox, okay? It's the laser hair removal. I have a friend of mine that built a med spa group from startup to 25 clinics, did it over 13 years, 14 years, and just sold to a venture capital group about a year and a half ago. And his front end at the beginning and today has been laser hair removal. And he drives home that message. Now, as they move up this ladder, by the way, he has all kinds of other intensive things, and his top level is about 10 grand, okay? So the next one is that beachhead. And I'm going to show you this next one. And this is where people really fall short, okay? Is that they don't talk about the campaign. They don't excite the patient, okay? They expect to get a lead, talk to the patient, and the patient is ready to go. That's not going to be the case. You have to run that patient through a process and through a system that will excite them through your campaign, through providing content that they're interested in reading, not you, that they are interested in reading and that they inquire and then they want to inquire. So I'm going to give you an example of this. I have a doctor. All my doctors are very smart. So I have a doctor who's in Chicago and he does regenerative medicine. And he shot this video for me. And he wanted to get my opinion on it. Now, he's very good on camera, better than most. But literally within about 30 seconds, he lost me, okay? He was explaining the prolotherapy or the regen stem cell procedure in a way like he was talking to his peers. Now, the reality is that your prospects are more like your 12-year-old daughter or son, okay? They have that same attention span and they really need to be talked to in a very basic and simple way so that the patients understand it. This is the big place that doctors fall down is they want to talk about all the big words and nobody cares about the big words. What they want to know is, can you fix their pain? Can you make this go away? Okay. We have a process for that of how we name it and how we explain it. Okay. What's the breakthrough that you are providing to them? Okay. Now, these next 4 steps, okay, this is where the money happens. You're going to notice there are 2 steps that the prospect has to go through before they give you money. Okay. It's not the money, giving you the money isn't on the first level. There has to be a process where they go through the beachhead, that they get excited, that then they are willing to know, like, and trust you and give you money. These next 4 levels, this level right here, this is the key to creating a recurring revenue, a monthly recurring revenue, so that all of your bills are paid each and every single month. So that every time the cash register rings, these levels here are dropping profit right to the bottom line, okay? So it is, let me go back over here. So this stairway is that exact same system that we have utilized in our practice for, well, let me tell you a little bit of the backstory. So we started in 2014. And again, if you'd like to get this full stairway, just type the word stairway. And this is the stairway to 200K a month in your medical practice. And if you'd like to get that, just type the word stairway in the comments below. So how do we create this? So a little bit of the backstory is that I have made a living basically since 2010 by going into companies and growing them 30% without generating any new leads. And I've done this time and time and time again. I've done it in a lot of different niches. Well, in 2013, I got this opportunity to start in the erectile dysfunction space. We opened our first clinic in November of 2014. I'm sorry, January 2014. Started working on this project, got serious about it in November of 13, opened it in January of 14. So we did what we were taught. We ran TV, radio, print, okay? We didn't do a lot of online stuff because the mentor that told us this said, that doesn't work for erectile dysfunction. What happened was we did $160,000 in our first month. It was great. And we were routinely doing 200 grand a month. The problem is that I had a $60,000 a month ad spend. So that's a lot of money to spend on advertising. So it better work, right? And I'm not suggesting that you do that. What happened was that we opened up our second clinic in November, and we started struggling a little bit because in September when we were getting ready to open that clinic, we were struggling a little bit. We were making good revenue, but we weren't really getting the kind of profit. So what we did was right at that time, we started switching and we started putting this system in place. I knew that this system existed because I'd been doing it, but I just finally started putting my arms around it and really diagramming it out and explaining it to our staff so that they then could understand the process the patient wanted to go through or needed to go through. So what then happened was that this started to dramatically change our practice. We opened our second in November. And if you've seen the video of where I've created the monthly recurring revenue, that clinic that we opened in November, by installing this process, had over $30,000+ a month, 9 months later coming in of guaranteed monthly income, okay? That's within 9 months. It was a small facility. We basically had 4 or 5 exam rooms. That one clinic had $35,000 actually plus coming in within 9 months of guaranteed revenue. We opened our third clinic in June of 15, and the same thing took place. And we started putting this system in place, and as we fine-tuned it and got better and better at it, anytime we needed money or we wanted to expand or pay for an equipment or pay for a training or whatever, we would run this, we would dig deeper into this system, and we would be able to generate off of our unconverted leads or people who had inquired and or also people who were already buyers, and we literally moved them up the list, okay? So that's why this system is so key. We started here, right? And what we did was we started adding these levels right here, and it completely transformed our business. We no longer had to see massive amounts of new people coming through each and every single day because we had a system in place for generating that revenue without having to do a whole lot of selling. I didn't have like this killer sales team or anything like that. What I had systems in place that moved people up this stairway, and my staff assisted in that process to the people. I want you to envision that each one of the staff member was on the next level, giving a helping hand up to that person onto the next level, okay? So I go into all detail on this. If you'd like the full stairway, just type stairway in the comment sections below. I'll be more than happy to send it to you via messaging or via email. Again, this is the exact same system that I used. You might wonder why you would want to have something like this, or what are your choices? Certainly, I'm providing this information to you at no charge. So there's no catch. You don't have to do anything. All I'm going to do is send you a link. You just opt in or not even opt in. All you got to do is click the link and go get it. There's an extensive video training on it. There's a chart on this fully filled in. It's your call. If you are not making the money that you want to make and you have failed with other things, I highly recommend that you take the opportunity to get this free resource. It has helped me tremendously. I've had plenty of clients utilize this, and I'd like to give it to you and give you an outline of it so that hopefully that helps you. I have a real big passion for doctors. I'd like to see doctors make the money that they are worth and get paid what they are worth. So that's the reason why. All right, so there you go, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy the stairway. I look forward to interacting with you and sharing more information. Have a great day, everybody.